So you may have competed this past year, you may have competed a few years in a row, and in that time frame you may have lost the menstrual cycle. Now, it's not that it's gone forever, it's just that when you diet down to extremities and body fat levels get so low, the body can just deem that process as unnecessary for survival. All right, but I think that after any dieting phase, regaining full control of that should be your number one priority. So if you've competed for say 2-3 years in a row and you've never taken the time away from competing to get control of that cycle, how you regain it at a certain point you might find it quite hard, quite difficult, particularly with how much body composition has to change for you to restore it. Now, females can often be in this perception of they want to maintain and they want to be lean all year round, when ultimately to regain full control of the cycle, body composition or body fat in general, is going to need to go up. And for that, I think that your best bet would be to have a coach, because often as a female, your own perception of your body can be a bit skewed. Let's say you maybe say, let's say your stage weight's around between 45 to 50 kilos. Then you say, I don't want to go above 58, 60 kilos. Like, I just don't want to do that. And sometimes you have to kind of push up to 65 to get the cycle back. And it just is that regaining body fat will allow you to regain full control of your hormones. Now, number two, what you need to do is massively reduce stress. So what a lot of female competitors will do is they get in this habit, because they need to do so much cardio to get lean. Once they finish a show, they keep doing so much cardio whilst they're doing their 5 weight sessions, their 15-20,000 steps and whatever it is. But to regain full control of the cycle and to lower cortisol levels, which is ultimately caused by stress, you've got to look at reducing that. Now, I'm not saying that you reduce it to the point of absolute zero, but if you're in a quote-unquote off-season period and you're still doing HIIT every single day and you're trying to regain your cycle, you've got to question how much that HIIT is benefiting what you're trying to do. So I would look to, over time, working with your coach, pull back that cardio itself, but then you kind of got to look at training volume as well. So your training volume across the week, you'll do X amount of sets for your legs, your upper body, etc., etc. But you got to perhaps look at reducing that, but also consider maybe not training to failure. I would never probably suggest that to someone who is so focused on like benefiting that benefits their mental health. I think that if as a coach you pulled that back, then their mental health would go south. So I would in fact keep that in. But sometimes you just have to continue to push body weight and body fat on for it to come back. And understand, please, that it just takes time. You know, you'll see some females that will regain their cycle within 3-4 months of competing. Yet I've worked with females that it's taken us 8 to 9 to 10 months to get it back. And you're all really different. But understand that if you've prepped once, it might not take that long. But if you've prepped 2-3 years in a row, it might take a little bit of time to come back. But what you'll need to try and battle with, or try and stay on top of, is that mental battle of, I want to be really, really lean all the time, but understand you're not going to be able to regain control of that. So in that sense, you'll know that calories have got to go up. And one thing that has become quite apparent is that dietary fats are really essential for proper hormone regulation as well. So just ensuring they're at a good level, if you can get them, 50, 60, 70, 80, and I even got some female clients on 90 grams of fat per day, can be really, really beneficial. So I hope that if you are looking to regain the cycle, that these simple tips can help. Just remember, what I'm trying to preach is reducing overall stress through pulling back your cardio, your steps, training volume, perhaps making sure you're getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night, pushing your food up and pushing scale weight up. So good luck, and if you have any questions, drop me a DM.